Happy Passover, Cantor!
Chag Sameach to you too, Rabbi.
Is this thing on? Dolores, how do I know? How do I know this is on? Maybe I should put some tape over that. Yay!
Go down, Moses.
Day 26 of the national emergency. Are you still out there? I miss you. You know who I miss today? My family. Especially in these days, at these times. Passover celebration, all the Chazarah getting ready. You know, at some point, one of the parents would explode and say, now we're going to be late. It's as if we were actually involved in getting ready and packed up for the exodus out of Egypt. It's like, hey Moses, we're going to be a little bit late. My son can't find his new sandal. He's wearing the River Jordans that all the kids love. You know, they trade those things, collector's items. 375 shekels a pair. So Moses, how you planning on getting there? Oh, really? Well, I think we should take 95. All right, Moses, you go on ahead, and you know what? We'll catch up with you. Why don't we meet on this side of the Red Sea? You know, there's that little clam shack there. Ooh, the locusts. I hope everybody has their Passover-approved snacks. I've got my chocolate chip macaroons. They're a favorite, and the great thing is Kate doesn't like them, so that's pretty much my whole can. And in the oven right now, I've got a wonderful tray of machos. Dispatches from the Social Distance presents Passover in Seclusion. Whither wander now? Dayenu. Well, the congregation is taking their seats.
Dispatches from the Social Distance welcomes you to a celebration of a Jewish Passover.
This show has nothing to do with the Jewish religion. At all. Nada. Any resemblance to the Exodus or Paul Newman is a complete co-wiki-dink. Our lawyers told us to say this up front.
From the law firm of Lawyer, and Jewish, we allow you to say, I know lots of Jews. My lawyer is Jewish. When you need to prove you're a nice person. Happy Passover, Cantor! Tonight's broadcast of Passover in Seclusion, Whither Wander Now, is brought to you by Generic Pork and Beans. Generic Pork and Beans. The title says it all. Pork and beans. Cantor, we're being sponsored by a can of pork and beans?
Hey, our matzah sponsorship pulled out at the last minute.
And a Shevitz.
Didn't return the call.
The macaroons?
What they...
Uber Eats?
Hey, I know. I tried.
The pork and beans, though, Cantor. It's just not a good look. Passover in Seclusion, starring Keith Cuffer as Joseph of Arimathea, Jeremy Wolff as Jose Feliciano, Eli Cabello as Reb Eli, Mrs. Metzler's 4th grade class, and Matt Robinson as G-D. And what good Yom Tovs do you have for us on this Passover?
Oi, so glad you asked. Mrs. Metzler's 4th grade class will be showing us the living Seder plate which of course has been Lysoled down, so there's probably nothing left living on there by now, but we will have the answers to the 4 questions of Passover, and then we will recite Dayenu.
Hello? Is this thing on? Dolores, how do I know? How do I know this is on? Green light on. Maybe I should put some tape over that.
Mrs. Metzler's 4th grade class will now perform the Living Seder play.
Dude, I'm the hero.
Every year, many people choke just saying the word.
I am the shank bone. And if one more person calls me a skank, I swear, it isn't nice.
Is tomato! I am the newest addition to the Seder plate. My superpower is making noodle sauce. Or as the Italians say, bolognese!
I am the egg.
Well, the joke's on you this year, Mrs. Egg, because this year we're going vegan.
Some vegans can eat eggs, isn't that the case?
פסח זה, אני חושב, החג שהכי חשוב בזמנים האלו.
Did he just call me a skank?
אנחנו באמת צריכים לחשוב ולחגג כל הזמן. לא משנה אם אנחנו ביחד, אם אנחנו חולים, אם יש לנו את הקורונה ויירוס.
See if you can find this afikoman.
Yes, what is all of this with the Mashugana leadership? As it is written, do not blameth me for this. Excuse me. I have to take this. He dropped it? Okay, you know that's 40 days. Get me his full name. Bring me the red computer with the big letters, Book of Life on it. Okay, thanks, Dolores. Just be a minute. The red one with it says Book of Life. Yeah, it might be in Aramaic. I'm on a thing. It's Zoom. I gotta run. I mean, I was telling myself, Adonai, sure, that I could tell you some stories of Passover. I'm quite sure this year, the plague will be a big thing.
This round of 4 questions. Please answer the question with a question.
What kind of question?
Why on this night do we eat matzah?
What is, you can't go to the bakery?
Why on this night do we only eat pizza?
What is, who is Herb?
On all other nights, we dip herbs once. On this night, we dip herbs twice. Why?
What is, who's Herb?
The correct answer is matzah crusted jalapeno poppers. When you buy 1 dipping sauce at regular price, we'll give you the 2nd dipping sauce at regular price. Why on this night do we recline?
We recline because my schmuck brother-in-law thought he was going to make $1 million in the slightly used furniture business. Now I have 4 uncomfortable recliners. And that one there that no one sits in, we call that the Elijah. What a racket. What a schmuck. The guy's the nudnik.
If he, the all-powerful, had only brought us out of the swamps of New Jersey, he had only created the Lincoln Tunnel. If he had made the Lincoln Tunnel payable by Easy Pass, which is tax deductible. If he had made the NNR run right to Astoria. If he had made the soil of Queens, New York palatable to the seeds of vine and figs. I love figs. And because of all of these miracles of our Lord our God had wrought in those days at this time, we now nurture our vine and fig trees in Queens, New York, the greatest borough in the world. Oy, oy, vey. Oy, vey. Someone is eating toast after sunset.
This toast. I thought this was the Maury Povich taping?
I think Povich films in the next studio over.
I thought this was the Maury Povich taping.
Jose Feliciano was supposed to be playing on Maury today.
Jose Feliciano is supposed to be playing on Maury Povich.
Hi, I'm Jose Feliciano.
Jose Feliciano, I have your greatest hits album.
I'm supposed to be taping Povich today.
Maury. How many people are here for the Maury Povich taping? A lot of people. Oh, he's taping in the next Zoom over. Thank you, Rabbi. I want to check out Jose Feliciano. I have his greatest hits album. Shalom.
Everyone, peoples of Earth, have a good Passover, or Easter, or what have you. My blessings to you all.
Mira Hirsch is one of the cornerstones of the Atlanta theater scene. She founded and nurtured the Jewish Theater of the South to national prominence and helps her community in direct ways, working with the temple's Project Tolerance, and works with children as the Director of Education for Theatrical Outfit. We're going to drop in on Mira and the family during their Seder and say a big shalom. Mira!
Scott!
How are you?
I am great. I am great. I want to wish everyone a Chag Pesach Sameach, a happy Passover to everyone who celebrates, and welcome to our Seder table.
Well, we're all celebrating happy Passover to you as well, and to the family.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've got my son Nate here. I don't know the rest of them are taking a... Oh, there's Sophie.
There's Sophie.
There's Sophie. Yes, we are at the part of the Seder, the dinner portion, Shulchan Orach, let's eat. So we've just completed the dinner, and we'll be getting back to the remainder of the Seder soon.
Now, I see a laptop there on the table, and I know on the Seder plates, all the Seder plates that I've ever encountered, there was never a mention of a laptop. What's going on there?
Yeah, what's going on is the COVID virus, which is keeping a lot of families apart. So this Passover has been, why is this night different from all other nights? Well, why is this Passover different from all other Passovers? This year, a lot of families and friends have been separated, so they are going the route that a lot of us have been going the last few weeks, meeting up through Zoom and other meeting sites. So we have my sister and her family.
Well, let's see. Can we see them? Are they seeable?
Yeah, where'd you go, Sophie?
They're out looking for their afikomen.
Yeah, they were looking for the afikomen, so we'll probably reconnect with them in just a little bit.
All right, and what did we have for dinner tonight? How was it brisket?
I am not a red meat eater, so we did not do brisket, though my husband and son would have loved that. We just did chicken, and I made Passover stuffing for the first time out of matzah farfel. It came out pretty well, I must say.
Lovely. Now, have you ever had these are sweeping the nation. Have you had the machos?
No. Nachos out of matzah?
Yeah.
Is this good? Have you tried this?
I have a batch in the oven right now.
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm gonna have to try that. No,
yes.
Because we are very fond of Taco Tuesday in my house, so we might have to give that a try.
There we go. Now, I know I asked you a little bit ago if you remembered the very first time that you and I met, and you didn't. You remember the very second time that you and I met.
Yeah.
But here,
help me out there, Scott.
Here's my Mira impression. The very first time I met you is, you said these very words to me. I'll have another. And that's because I was a bartender at one of your best friend's weddings. Do you remember that?
Wait, was that my friend Kathy? Oh my God, that's
Kathy.
right.
Yes, and we were mixing up like caipirinhas or something, and you came up to the bar and you said, I'll have another.
Just like that. I said it just like that.
Keith.
Yes. Keith.
I just got to ask you, how was the chicken?
Oh, outstanding. It wasn't there's Zesto's chicken that you're familiar with.
Absolutely.
Back in the day.
No.
Now, this was really good. She did an outstanding job with the meal tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, that's lovely.
We're gonna have dessert. Now we have a Manischewitz boxed, but I did make a carrot cake with icing.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That was like probably the third thing the Jews grabbed on their way out of Egypt. Get the icing for the carrot cake. Goodness. Nate, between you and Soph,
yes.
what's the overall score on the afikomen thing? Who finds the afikomen the most?
So I think I'm 0 for 14. I don't think I've ever.
Nate, Soph.
I don't think I've ever found the afikomen.
Is Sophie cheating or what's happening? Or she's just a good
I'm not sure.
fighter?
I think there's something between.
I have a gift.
She has a gift. That's what it is.
Sophie, get in here. She's pretty naturally curious. Yeah, she found it tonight. Sophie, where was it hidden tonight?
It was in the dishwasher.
The dishwasher.
I'm very competitive. I've never played a sport in my life, but when it comes to games, I'm very competitive.
Oh gosh, yeah. Wow. In the dishwasher. Wow, that's wonderful. That's not one of your classic hiding spots. Not at all. That's a tough one.
I thought I was being so clever, but she outsmarted me. Once you're 20 years old, you get pretty good at finding the afikomen thing.
Absolutely. The kids will overtake at some point, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for letting us barge in like this.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you for bringing us on.
The pleasure was all ours. Be safe. We love you. And now we're actually going to hear Nate and Mira saying Go Down Moses for us earlier. Well, it was actually yesterday. So we're going to roll that tape. We love you guys. Be safe, be well, and we'll see you soon.
Well. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Mira and Keith and Sophie and Nate for sharing a part of your Seder with us tonight. in that wonderful song. I want to thank everybody who participated in that video that we saw earlier. We all got together last Sunday, and this crew really made some magic happen. I want to thank Tara and Kate, Ann, Brenda, Teresa, Lou and Rebecca, Taylor, Maria, Eli, Mom and Dad, Mitch and Ann, Dan, J and J, Matt, Kat and Owen and Sara, Keith, Katherine, the Cantor's mom, Roberta, Tim, and the Cantor's aunt, Barbara. And Barbara was actually making her acting debut as Congregant number 25. She was wonderful. I see great things in her future. And of course, we want to thank Jeremy Wolff as Jose Feliciano. Friday's show, we're going to celebrate Good Friday. We're going to talk about bearing crosses and acknowledging the moment that we're in right now. Leah is going to be with us again, beautiful musician, and the other Scott Robinson. And I believe that he's bringing a friend to play the harp. So, every year, at the end of the Seder, we say, next year in Jerusalem. And I've always taken that statement to mean just what it says. Next year, but this year, I feel like it has more of a poetic meaning. This year, I interpret it to mean, next year, let's all meet again in togetherness and share a hug. I miss you guys. We're at the very high part of the curve going up right now, so now's the time. Hunker down like you've never hunkered before. Hugs. Haven. Be safe and be well. And I'll see you on Friday.
You want it again or?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, yes. This is Metzger.
I'll give you a Passover.
Kisses and hugs to her. Love you.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Thank you very much.